Aloha, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Activate and Elevate with Jan and Sheila. And we are here. I'm grateful that our beautiful Jan has taken a little break. She is in the process of moving. How are you doing today, Jan?
I'm doing good. I'm taking the morning off from the move. I'm going to meet Marcy. She's making me take a break. But tomorrow is the big day where we move all the big stuff. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
So nice to own my own house.
Congratulations. And look at what Lifewave has done for Miss Jan, everybody. And
all because of Lifewave.
I could tell she has her office set up already too. Get that thing going. Otherwise, that would be a crazy mess. Well, I want to thank Mr. Peter
before you, Jan. So just bought a whole house.
Mentor and friend for popping in today. We were on having a conversation yesterday, and he has so graciously joined us today to deep dive into the compensation plan and strategies. And what does that mean? Well, it means that there are literally different ways you can build your business and different methods of bringing income in. And without further ado, I would like to introduce, for those of you that don't know him, Mr. Peter No. He is a senior presidential director, been in this business for 4 years, and a friend. And I am grateful for you, Peter, for all you've done for this team. Welcome, welcome, sir.
Thank you, Sheila. Hi, Jan. Hello, everyone. Good to see everybody here, and thank you for getting on this call again. I love these calls.
So, Peter, we were talking yesterday about our comp plan and different thought processes that people have behind how they build. And what I'd like to do first, if you wouldn't mind, is have you share how you actually work your legs, your team, and then what is the flip side? What is another way that we can do it? And pardon me, everybody get your pencil, your pad, and start taking notes. Okay.
That one is kind of like a big open question, Sheila. I'm going to probably chunk it down a little bit because I know that we have brand new partners here that maybe have not been in the industry. We might have partners that have been in the industry for years that might not have success. And then we might have people here that had success, but maybe have not gone all the way to the top yet of a comp plan. So yeah, so I kind of want to give everybody just kind of like an overview, okay? Depending on what phase you are in your career, meaning that if you're brand new here, okay, you're going to have to learn how, because what is our whole business based on, Sheila, here?
Duplicatability.
That's it. Duplication. Okay. The number one word is duplication. So, but to duplicate, you have to build your people. You got to have people. Okay. So if you're brand new here coming into this industry for the first time, that's like you, again, joining a gym for the first time and you don't know the lingo. You don't know the behaviors. You don't know the environment, the types of people, right? If you've never been to the gym and you go to the gym, Sheila, everything can seem foreign to you, correct?
Absolutely. And a little scary.
Overwhelming.
Overwhelming. So imagine, right, Jan, we've been in our old company for many years. And even though we teach comp plans, we teach skills, but sometimes that could take years for people to learn. So I just want to make sure we start off this call correctly, okay?
Perfect.
The name of the game is duplication. So why do I always say, find someone like you or possibly better than you? When I say better than you, not meaning character or values, meaning they might have a different network, different skill sets, different environment than you. Because we're in the people business, everyone. Just know that, okay? So if you're here for the first time, great. But talking to you and teaching a brand new person comp plan, they might not be able to understand and read it than somebody that's been in the industry like Jan and Sheila and I that been in the industry that might have heard the lingo, but then applying it and never got the results. And then there are people like Marcy and I that have been in the industry. We know network marketing, we understand comp plans, but then understanding a comp plan does not mean that you're going to succeed in it, because sometimes compensation plans can hinder you. So for example, sometimes you can go to a CrossFit gym that can hurt you because you're pushing tires and you're doing things that can hurt you. Does that make sense? It's not you, okay? It is sometimes the company or the compensation plan. So for this conversation today, I'm just gonna share with you the psychology of the comp plan. I wanna break down the behaviors, what you need to look at, what you need to understand, and just know this conversation here is very different than other compensation plans, because our compensation plan, because the way we pay you, we only pay you 3 ways. And that's the reason why David Schmidt designed it that way, because you cannot manipulate the compensation plan. The reason why I'm saying this now is because when you came from another company, or you're learning from other companies, or you might be talking to other leaders or distributors from other companies, if they start comparing compensation plans with you, I can almost assure you, nobody knows their own compensation plan, number one, okay? You don't know the details of every number, every breakage, everything that you don't need to know. And if somebody compares compensation plans to you, there's only 3 ways, again, that you need to know. It's just the same 3 ways, Sheila, if you and I were to go work at a real estate office, right? And we have to make a sale. We can build a team to make sales, or we can build a team to make overrides on a sale like a broker. Does that make sense, everyone? As a real estate agent, you make a sale. As a real estate agent, you can build a team to make sales with you. And then as a broker, one day you want to become a broker where you make overrides of your agent's sales. What is the difference between the Lifewave? You're a distributor. We're called brand partners. The first way, how do we get paid? It is called the PIB, the product introduction bonus, where you're making a sale. What are we selling, everybody?
Health.
Health patches. We're selling technology patches, everyone. Just make sure we understand. We're selling light technology, photobiomodulation, non-transdermal patches, which equates to packages. Thank you, Heidi. Packages. Okay. Now, once you sell packages, a package is a human, correct? Because a human bought a package. So now, if you sold 4 packages, now you're going to build a team around you that will sell packages what? Together. So this is called a binary, everybody. It's not called a unilevel. It's not called a stair step. It's not called a breakaway system. It is called a binary. It's just 2 teams. You have a left team and a right team. And the reason why I'm not using flyers, everyone, is because I want to teach you how to story tell your comp plan, okay? Because when you can story tell it and people can visualize it, done. You have duplicated, okay? So first way, we sell packages. Second way, we build a team to sell packages together with us. We have a left team and the right team. And then later I'll go over the flyer to go over the numbers. Once you build a team, everyone. So for example, Paulette, she's learning the skills on how to do the 3-3-3, right, Paulette? You're learning how to pique their interest. You're learning how to pre-qualify, and that's called systems. You're learning how to get them on a podcast. You're pre-qualifying them. And then Paulette, your friend, is like, Paulette, I want this. I like this. Paulette gets used to doing this over and over and over again because she's duplicating a system. Then all of a sudden, Paulette talked to 10 people, everybody. Out of the 10 people she got on a podcast, 6 of them decided to join her. 6 of them chose to pick a package, right, Paulette? What do you do with those 6 people? Number 1, left. Number 2, right. Number 3, left. Number 4, right. Number 5, left. Number 6, right. So all you're going, Paulette, is you're just going left, right, left, right, left, right. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Now, once you go left, right, left, right, left, right, people, write this down. People equates to points. Points equates to money. That's all you have to just think of it as like a Monopoly game. Just think of this whole thing as a game. People equates to points, points equates to money, correct? Now, Paulette, once you enrolled your 3 on the left, 3 on the right, the computer is just gonna add up points for you. So the first way that you got paid is you got paid when you enrolled the package, which is called the PIB. You got paid an upfront commission. Just like when you sold a home, you got paid an upfront commission, correct? Now, the second way you get paid here is called the cycling, everyone. The cycle, just think of a bike, cycling, okay? What does a cycling mean? Paulette, when you place those 3 people on the left and the 3 people on the right, as long as there's points that gets added from left to right, right to left. Does that make sense, everyone? There's just points. All the computer wants to see is 330 points on the left or right, or 660 points on the left or right. It does not matter. One leg will always be bigger than the other leg, everyone. Just know that, okay? And then the one thing you don't want to be is you don't want to be handicapped, where one leg is like a monster compared to the other leg. That's called handicap, okay? So Sheila's handicapped right now.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. And so in those moments, because you do get flipped by your legs and stuff, is it prudent then to just go to the opposite where that you got that big money over here and just start putting everybody there? Or do we still go right, left, right, left?
Now, again, now we're gonna get into the details of that very soon, okay, Sheila? Because there's a thing qualifying, and then there's a thing called non-flush volume where the points won't go away. So there's a different way. Now we're gonna go into strategies, but I'm gonna finish this up, which is the cycling, okay, everyone? Cycling, all that means is volume on the left, volume on the right. As long as the computer can read 990 points, that is 330 plus 660 equals 990. Every 990 points equates to $50. That is one cycle. Now, if we're gonna play a computer game, everyone, and we're a binary, if you're on a position, if you're in a position where you're getting a lot of points because your upline or your many uplines above you, because you're part of that leg, you're getting what you call spillover. So the points can come from you, the points can come from your team above you, or the points can come from the team below you that you have built or your upline has put below you. Points are points. It does not matter. Points come from packages and points come from the monthly subscription, the auto ship. Every time when a sleeve leaves anybody that orders anything below you is your points, and the points go all the way up to the company. Are we clear on the points? Okay, and every time when we clear something, I want to open up for questions because this is going to be a very detailed comp plan video. Okay, so any questions on the cycling right now?
And this is what the cycling looks like. Okay, 330, 660, 660, 990. Okay, and I have that tacked up over my computer all the time.
Oh man, okay, now let's talk about okay, so the only difference now on how much you can cycle, everyone, okay, on a weekly basis, that now all depends on your rank. Whether you're a manager, you're going to open up the door to cycle up to 1,500 a week or 6,000 a month. When you become a director, it's going to open up the door to 2,500 a week or 10,000 a month. Does that make sense? So the higher rank you go, you're just opening up the door to cycle more. Now, I want to go into this. Why did David Schmidt not create a rank bonus? So if you've been in the industry and you're asking yourself, how come we don't get paid bonuses here? The main reason is that because bonuses can be manipulated. So what happens is this, yeah, Sheila. So when you do bonuses, sometimes a lot of network marketing teams can come into a company and they can just hit those bonuses because they're driving a lot of their old teams and they move from one company to another and they take the bonus money, and then that will bankrupt a lot of startup companies or MLM companies.
Wow.
You can manipulate, and then when you dangle the carrot, sometimes when you hit that bonus and then people just stop because they say, oh, I made that money and I'm done, in a sense. They don't learn the behaviors of the duplication and systems. And then what it does is you can buy ranks, meaning you can buy people into the system, and then you can leverage them by hitting a rank, and then the leader hit that rank and can take the bonus. Does that make sense, everyone? So I'm teaching you what to look for as far as manipulation, okay, in the comp plan. So we're done with the cycling, okay? The magic number here, everybody, the nuts and bolts is the cycling. It is literally the two-legged build out, okay? Go ahead, Sheila.
We have a question in chat. What is our cycle time frame? I believe it's Sunday, Monday. It closes Sunday, and then it starts Monday through Sunday. Is that correct?
Sunday, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is the last cutoff for the week. Then your week starts Sunday, literally 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're going into a new pay period. So our pay period is Sunday to Sunday.
Okay.
Now, we're good with the cycling, okay? The name of the game, the nuts and bolts in network marketing is, Sheila, are you building this for residual income?
Yes.
Jan, are you building this for residual income?
Absolutely.
Correct. Everybody, Lynn, Paulette, Heidi, we're all building, Maria, we're building this for residual income. The name of the game is to create residual income. You have to create duplication. You have to have a team. You have to leverage people. So that's why this binary is a two-team system. You cannot make residual income with one leg. Just know that. No company can pay you anything if you have one leg, okay? That's not working because you can cheat one leg. Who here has one strong leg they got from the upline? Okay, I know. Heidi has a fat one, a heavy one, okay, on the left. So just know, but Heidi has to learn how to build the right leg, okay? And later, I'm gonna go into the psychology of that. Now, the third way we pay you, everyone, is called generational match, gen match. So once you go through the first phase, you're learning how to learn the system and you learn how to enroll people. The second phase is the cycling, where you're placing the people left, right, left, right, left, right, and you're earning the $50 residuals. The third phase is, I call it the mentorship money. Okay? The mentorship money means this. When you start earning overrides, like you can't go from a real estate agent to become a broker overnight, correct?
Right.
Why do you want to become a broker, Sheila?
Because then I will be earning money off of every single real estate in my little tribe.
Correct. And for you to become a broker, you have to become an agent before that, right? You have to know exactly what the agent goes through, what they know. You get it? To build them brand. And your job is to teach the agent everything you need to know, because every time the agent makes a sale, you make an override off of that sale. Now imagine if you have 20 top agents. Forget 20. Sheila, what if you have just 6 top agents in your real estate office and they're selling 10 homes a month?
To me.
Correct. Now, who here wants to become a broker one day here? You all should, okay? But you got to grow into it. So what does generation match means? That means if I enrolled Sheila, and if Sheila's my first generation, everyone, she's the first person I enrolled. She's my first gen. I'm teaching Sheila everything. I'm holding her hand through the process, through the gym. I'm teaching her how to do the 333. I'm teaching her how to do the PPP. I'm teaching her how to get to the podcast. I'm teaching her everything about the business. And now, then I'm going to teach her how to build a team, because she wants to build a team and earn residuals. She is like me, and she possibly is better than me. So you see all those requirements, right? Now, Sheila and I are building, and now I'm going to teach Sheila how to cycle one time. The moment she cycles her first time, she's opening up the door, Sheila. Just remember, the first cycle is so important for the brand new person to see it and feel it. Does that make sense, everyone? I hate to say this is kind of like losing your virginity, okay? In network marketing, you're opening up the door, okay? That is how important this thing is, okay? So once you open up that door, now the first $50, Sheila, you've earned that. As your sponsor, I will earn 25%, $12.50 now, every time you earn $50 for the rest of your career here.
And Peter, that is the generational match. Is that
correct?
What
it's called Gen Match.
When I bring in a silver, I get $50.
Correct.
No, not on that. We're not on PIB. We're in cycling.
Correct.
Okay.
Cycling only. When I teach you how to build your 2 teams out, your left leg and your right leg, and you start earning your first $50 from your cycling, I'm going to gen match. I'm going to match your earnings at 25% on the first generation. That is $12.50.
Okay. And that's why we sometimes have weird little numbers for the week. As you're, the beginning of your week, you might see 162, 485,
Correct.
Okay.
You learned something today.
Go on again. So you enrolled me. I'm your
Correct.
first generation. Does that mean every single person that you personally enroll is your first generation?
Correct. Everybody. Every time when you enroll someone. So for example, Sheila, I enrolled you. You're the first person on my left.
Okay.
I enrolled Heidi. I placed her under your left. But Heidi is still my first generation. Heidi is not your first generation because you did not enroll Heidi.
Okay.
Did everybody understand that? That is called lineage. Lineage. I'm building a new line with you, Sheila, and I'm building a new line with Heidi. Then I enroll Jan, and I place Jan under Heidi on the left leg. So everyone, I have Sheila, Heidi, and Jan, and they're all my first generation. What benefits do they benefit from each other by being on the same leg, Sheila? What benefit do you get?
All of their generation rolls through as the build volume.
That's not probably the right language. What you'll probably say is all the volume will move, the points will move up the leg together.
Okay, but it's from the anybody under Jan, her points go to, their points go to Jan, to Heidi, to me, to you.
Correct. All the points move up, but you cannot use the points to rank advance because you did not sponsor each other. You're not in the same lineage. You're not in the same generations.
Okay. All right.
Did you understand that?
That's really important.
So for example, let me repeat that again. If you did not enroll each other, you're not in the same lineage, generations. So for example, I'll give you this example. Sheila, I enrolled you. Sheila, you enrolled Heidi. And then Heidi enrolled Jan.
Okay.
That means you're in the same generations. Get it? You're in the same line because now Heidi is my second generation and Jan is my third generation because we enrolled each other. But if I enrolled you, I enrolled Heidi, and I enrolled Jan, that means we're not in, you're only sharing the points, but you're not sharing the lineage, the generations.
Okay.
That is a big deal to understand. Go ahead, Jan.
I just want to say, I like to use the analogy, it's like having children. So it's like Sheila would be my firstborn, Heidi would be my second, and Peter would be my third. So that they're all my first those are my kids. Sheila's the oldest, so it's in that order. And then when they have kids, now my second generation is my grandkids.
Correct.
And then so on. So
perfect example, everyone. So we're giving birth now, okay, everybody? And then when they give birth, those are generations. But then if you don't giving birth to each other, then you're cousins, okay? Cousins. So cousins are not in a generation, okay? Anybody has any question? Judy, you have your hands up. You want to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I think I got it now. But I was wondering, like, if say you enrolled Heidi and you enrolled someone else, and then you put them under Heidi, how does the computer or the company know that you are actually the one that enrolled them?
Oh, that's easy because the only way to get enrolled is you have to enroll through a coded website. Somebody had to introduce it to you. So you have to belong to someone.
Oh, I see. And then you just place them down the line.
Left, right, left, right, left, right. Now, later I want to show a screen. I want to make sure everybody understands. When you look at a tree, it should look like a pyramid. You, a left leg and a right leg. But when you enroll somebody on your left, they have a left leg and a right leg too. Make sure you're not placing anyone on their right leg. Those are called inside legs, everyone, okay? You're only placing it on your outside left. It's called outside left and outside right. You're not filling in any of the holes, okay? Because you're not building somebody else's two legs. You're not building their left leg and their right leg, or the right leg or the right leg or the left leg. You're only building your left leg and your right leg. So it has to look like a pyramid. It just goes down like this, okay? If anybody does it any different way, they're breaking the comp plan. They're physically breaking. Yeah, there you go. So now, for the generation match, everyone.
We,
Go ahead.
we got two questions up here. Are they related to what Peter's talking about right now? Because if they
Yeah.
are, we'll take them now. Otherwise, we're gonna wait. Just keep your hand up. So Carolyn or Sam?
Carolyn, Sandra, do you have a question on the cycling or the gen match?
Points in cycling, so I can wait.
Yes.
I have no problem waiting.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. If it's a points in cycling.
We cycle as soon as we're a manager and up, correct?
No, so the moment, Carolyn, when you come in, let's just say you came in with a silver or a gold today. You enrolled the first person on the left and you enrolled the first person on the right. The moment you do a left and right, you open up the cycling already.
Oh, thank you.
You can earn up to $100 a week. You can cycle 2 times a week as a no rank.
Wonderful.
Then the moment you do 2 on the left, 2 on the right, Carolyn, and you become a manager, then you can open up and you can cycle up to 1,500 a week. So you can go from 100 to 1,500 a week right away. Okay. So great question.
And then I had another question. When do the points disappear? Is it after 1 month?
The points, everyone, this is a non-flushing binary. The points never, ever go away, Carolyn. Okay. Yeah.
There's one exception. If you don't place your order in that time
Correct.
frame, and it tells you right in your home office if you're about to lose them, if you've got any red or the little yellow thing next to your name up there, then you will lose them. And my husband did lose about plenty. Don't worry about the number, but it was plenty. So you want to make sure you're on an auto ship so that you don't flush your own points out.
Auto
Correct.
ship
So
or
just-
maintenance pack.
Or
Yes.
a maintenance pack.
So
Thank
to
you.
pay
That's
your
great.
rent,
Thank you.
Carolyn, just pay your rent, okay? Just be on the product and don't ever worry about the points. Now, the points only go away when it's deducted because they paid you out already, okay? And all the points that does not get paid out for the week, it's called carry over. That's why you can see your total RV. It'll be like a piggy bank. So that's why I say the points never go away. It's ready for you to cash out when you cycle, okay? When you balance out the other legs. So great question. Now, the next question is, what is the strong leg? Everyone on the binary build, if you go to the top right-hand corner, and I think it's where you can see how to say, it says build left or build right or build strong leg outside. If you click strong leg outside, when somebody enrolls on your website, it will go to the stronger leg where you have the most volume. That's what's called strong leg outside. It will place that person into the strongest leg for you because the computer or the company does not want you to place it on the inside leg and all of a sudden you quit and that person will not get support. So they will always put it on the stronger leg for you where it has the most volume. Okay, so that's what strong leg means.
And there was, I just had a flash in my brain and now it's gone. The only time, I know what it is, the only time that build strong leg or build left or build right even comes into effect is if someone goes through your personal website and signs up. Then the computer makes that decision for you based on what you clicked originally when you set up your own space, back office, and then they'll put it in there. And that's for me, that's one of the reasons why I always fill out an order on a form and I go into my own back office to my binary tree and choose which side I'm going to do because I'm the one making the decisions for my business.
Correct. And we can get in more details on that later. Lorraine, you have a question about this?
Wait, Sandy was up next with a question.
Oh,
and then
Sandy. Go ahead, Sandy.
My question, hi, Peter. My question is related to enrolling people and where they are placed on the tree. And let me tell you what it is, and if you want to address it later, I'll understand, because it's a deeper dive than where you are in the conversation now. The question has to do with, let's say you enroll Sheila. Sheila needs a little help getting the manager. It's not a big deal for you to sign up another silver under her for her. Now, what are the, right, so my question has to do with, do you ever give up your own personal enrollment to help somebody on your team? How does that affect you positively and negatively?
I'm going to address that question right now, right away, right now.
Okay.
Number
right.
one, if you're brand new in the industry, you never, ever, ever give up any of your personal enrollments. You're not going to give up your personal enrollments to help your other team to hit the rank. The reason why is when you understand the generational match, that one, if you give up an enrollment, and what if that person that you give the enrollment to quits? They stop working. What happens to that generation match?
It gets
Well,
Yeah.
breaks the
back in there, you don't
continuity.
get it, right?
No, it'll block you. That's what we call a hairy biscuit. That's what Jan's going through. It's sometimes it blocks you from earning that money. And then what if Sandra, what if that person enrolled someone? And what if that third generation happens to be a Marcy or a Peter, but you gave away your enrollment to somebody else, and that one generation can cost you millions of dollars because you gave up to someone in the beginning stages of your build.
Peter, I heard what you said. I don't exactly understand. If you,
What I'm trying, okay, so if you don't understand anything, what I'm just saying is don't give up your enrollments. Everybody has, everybody has to earn. Do you want to give your children away to somebody else?
Never.
Sometimes.
Sometimes we do, but most of in this business, the reason why, again, and once you start thinking that way, you're going to start thinking of manipulation or strategizing. I don't want anybody to strategize too much here. I want you to grow organically. Okay. Now, if you are if you're a Peter and a Marcy that already have a lot of people following and you can maximize the comp plan, and everybody here, write this number down before I forget. To structure, to fully maximize the comp plan, you need to be at a gold package, and the magic number is called 6 and 2. Again, you need to have 6 people active at all times. 6 people on auto ship at all times. That's called active. And out of the 6, you need 2 builders that are duplicating you. If you can do that, that is the hardest part, is to identify and develop those 2 builders. So Sandy, you might be enrolling 20, 30, 50 people. We don't care. Out of those people, you got to duplicate 2, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. That's why the company only requires 6 active and 2 builders to take all, it's called maximizing, take all the money away from the company. In other companies, the higher level you go, you might have to recruit more. You might have to have 10 people that are active. You might have to have 6 people that are building to maximize the comp plan. Over here, it's 6 and 2, everyone, okay? So let's get that out. Now, Sandy, I want to make sure to answer that question is just don't give up enrollments to help somebody else, because now you're breaking the energy. You possibly can, they might not have a relationship. And what if that person doesn't like the person that you gave to, and then they quit because they don't get along, or they don't like each other, or they don't want the other person to benefit? And in the future, it can cost you millions of dollars because that one generation that the other person that brought in is in your fourth or fifth or sixth generation. Does that make sense, everyone? Okay. My highest earner, my highest cycling earner is on my third generation, Sheila, and that's Bob and Amy. So imagine if I would have gave my enrollment to somebody else and I lost that one generation, that Bob and Amy could have been my fourth generation. I would have lost millions of dollars right then and there already.
So you still get the points from them if they're in fourth generation in your big volume, but you don't get any generational matches because they're fourth gen, correct?
Correct. And on the big volume, everyone, on the cycling, I can max out at 25,000 a week, which is 100,000 a month. Marcy and April already maxed out that already, so they cannot make more than 100,000 a month on the cycling. It stops right there. But the generational match is max. It's no limit. It's unlimited. So, for example, Sheila, if you make 100 grand a month, if Jan makes 100 grand a month, if Heidi makes 100 grand a month, and then if you teach other people to make 100 grand a month, I will make 25%, 20%, 20% on all those people that are making 100 grand a month on my first, second, and third generation. Just think about that, everyone. The unlimited possibilities. Okay. And that is called mentorship money. That is broker money. So do not give away your enrollments. Go ahead.
I think what you're saying, I just want to make sure I understand it, is that it might seem like a short-term benefit to give someone away because you still make the cycle money, but this whole call is about a deeper dive strategy.
Correct.
And you're advising that by doing it that way, we're selling ourselves short for the longer term play on generational matching, which you'll get into when I get quiet.
Correct. Now, again, now you understand why there is no ranking bonus, because you don't have to give up anybody to rank, because there is no bonus, Sandy. Now you see how David created this comp plan. He does not want you to manipulate anything. He wants you to organically earn it. Because if you start giving people away to people to hit a rank does not mean anything over here. It's just opening up the door for you to cycle more. That's it.
Yeah, just because you hit manager, if you hit manager doesn't mean you're automatically going to make $1,500 a week.
Exactly.
You have to have the volume. You have the title, but you need the volume.
So let's go to the next question. And then Sheila, I think we might have to do a part 2 because it's called. Okay, so we'll continue this next week. So Lorraine.
Okay, so my question is just a clarification. If you have 4 people on your right, 4 people on your left, they have to be silver or above for you to be manager, correct?
Correct.
All 4.
It's actually 2 left and 2 right, Lorraine.
Oh, 2 left, 2 right. Yeah.
Correct.
But they all have to be silver or above.
And you have to be a gold. That's
right.
it.
Correct. Okay. Just wanted to clarify that. I was sure of that, but thank you.
And to maintain that, they have to stay active.
Right.
Active. So
yeah, I think a lot of people don't understand. They hit manager and then the next month they're not manager and they don't understand why, which is why Marcy teaches that you need to get people on auto ship. Because you could get your 2 silvers left, 2 right, and woohoo, I'm manager. And then next month, those 4 people, they didn't order something, bye-bye rank. Doesn't mean anything.
And this is why our system is so powerful, Jan. And this is why you gotta understand the psychology. Network marketing, everyone. We're constantly networking. You constantly gotta work this to build a foundation. I'm not telling you to stop at 6. I'm just saying that's what's minimally required, okay? But I am telling you, you got to learn how to identify two, and you're going to have to learn how to develop two to go straight to the top and earn physical residual income, okay? To start earning money, you got to develop two in your career. Okay, so let's move on. So everyone, you understand the PIB, the first phase. You get money to enroll. Second phase, you get money to cycle, build out your two legs. Third phase, you get paid generational override when you can teach others how to build out their two legs and earn the $50. Now, to open up the door for the first, second, and third generation is so simple. You gotta cycle yourself to open up on the first generation. To open up the second generation on the matching, you have to cycle 6 times, which is $300 yourself.
Oh,
Oh, now Sheila got some. She learned. Oh my gosh, we home run.
I gotta write that down. Okay, so let me just clarify this for everybody on here right in this minute. Cycling 6 times, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need 1,980 points on one leg and 2,310 points on the other, and that opens up
The second generation for that week. You got to do that week by week by week. So that's why I always say, Sheila, the name of the game is let's learn how to make what? $50 a day. A day. So when you start with me, I want to show you how to make $50 a day. How do you make $50 a day, Sheila? You sign up 1 silver a day. That's $50. You cycle $50 a day. Get it? And you continuously grow through those phases. The magic number is 50, everyone, 50, okay? Now, once you start cycling 6 times, you open up the second gen. Once you cycle twice, you open up your first gen, 6 times is second gen. Now, the third gen is simple. You got to cycle 10 times, which is 500 a week. But you have to teach 2 of your personals, 2 of your leaders that are building. They have to cycle 6 times, 300 a week. So to open up the third gen, Sheila, you got to cycle 10 times and you got to teach 2 people how to cycle 6 times each, 300 a week on the cycling.
You know, it's interesting because I did 10 cycles on my card. I will be putting them up in chat. I'm sorry about my barking dog, but I never knew why I wrote down 10 cycles, and now I know. Thank you, Peter.
Because the magic number is literally 10 here to maximize, but this is my whole philosophy on the comp plan. If you can teach 2 people, that's why the magic number is 2, everyone. Who here wants to earn an extra $1,500 a month on the cycling residually? That is about $50 a day from the cycling. It's going to take you time. It's going to take you go through people, everyone. Okay, you can't deny that. But as you grow constantly, $50 here a day, $50 a week, $100 a week, $200 a week, you get it? You cannot jump unless you have leaders here. But if I'm not talking about leaders here. I'm talking about the brand new person that's joining. Everybody has to go through that phase. Once you go through that phase, you can teach others how to go through that phase, or we have hundreds of people that already gone through that phase. Does that make sense? That's why we keep this gym so simple. Now, the name of the game is you got to teach 2 people how to earn $300 a week on the cycling, and you maxed out the comp plan 1,000%. When you can teach 2 people how to cycle 6 times, that's $1,200 a month in cycling. 300 a week times 4 weeks is $1,200 a month. So if you can teach 2 people how to make $1,200 a month on the cycling, Sheila, you are 1,000% maxing out. Every time when someone cycles in your first, second, third gen, every time when somebody makes anything, you're gonna make a percentage off of that money.
That's why Kathleen will call me up and say, we gotta get more points. Get on the phone and start
Correct.
calling your people.
But because on the cycling, if you don't take advantage of that week, it's gone. Does that make sense? Get it? So my generations, everyone, my generation is so strong because when I come in, I want to make sure they understand what cycling is. I want to make sure they understand the gen match, because once you build that relationship, so Sheila, once I teach you how to cycle, you're going to cycle all the time, and you and I'm going to make money off of you forever. As long as you're making money, I'm making money from you. And then me and you teach Jan. As long as Jan knows how to cycle, me and you are going to make money off Jan forever. And then Jan, you teach Heidi how to cycle. Me, you, and Jan will make money off of Heidi forever. And I don't like to put it in that terms, but we are making money off of each other. And that's why this compensation plan keeps you so close together, because it's just your first, second, third generation that you constantly are opening up. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes. Peter, I've got a couple of questions that are over here in the chat that I've waited to, but we're down to 9:21 and we decided.
So let's do the questions, and then next week I want to do I'll open up the back office so we can match and show people what we talked about on this call today.
Outstanding. Okay, so one of the questions is, and well, there's two kind of that are similar, but if a third generation person quits, does the fourth gen then move up to my third generation? And the answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But it takes a year. It takes a year for that account to go out. Or if that person quits, meaning that they can just call in, I would have them email the company, terminate their whole position out. Then all those people that they enrolled will move up to you as your third gen.
Okay.
That's what happened with my friend Maureen, who had a big organization. She died and all her personals came up to me.
Correct.
That's why I have a big fat hair in my biscuit.
Correct.
Okay,
But
well,
that's a good biscuit to have.
Jenny has a question of, what if you don't have a team anymore? The people above left. So
the people above her left?
That Jenny Friedman, can you unmute and
Yeah,
let's have this conversation?
Yeah, when I signed up, there was like a whole team of people. They aren't in the business anymore. I have the person who sponsored me, but that's it. And then Bob and Amy. So
Okay, so you're with me now. You reach up to Bob and Amy and myself now. We are you're always gonna have somebody above. You just gotta build a relationship up now to help you. That's all. So
I
Bob
can go
and
to
Amy,
you, Bob or
yeah,
Amy for a
yes.
three-way.
Yes, we're your directs now.
But what about people who have, okay, never mind. Thank you.
Okay.
And David just asked, what happens if a person passes away?
Then the account, the position goes away, or the position can be willed off to somebody in their family that can work it or something.
Okay, I'll save that question for a different time. Anybody else got a question out here for Peter? We got 6 more minutes of this man's time this morning, and I am so grateful because I got 3 pages of notes so far, and my head is saying thank you. I want to share one thing that's a little a lot of us dabble in essential oils. You know, I actually taught for the Center for Aromatherapy Research and Education, and I was teaching all about Young Living essential oils. Nobody taught me how to build a team. And guess what my downline looks like? My downline is a horizontal line of 150 people. 150 people downline. I make nothing. Okay.
Correct.
So I want to say thank you, Peter, for taking your time, joining us today to explain these are little intricate details that, you know, not everybody, we don't need this the first minute that we start with Lifewave. We just need to learn how to patch ourselves and keep it going. But now that we're business building, this is important information and I'm grateful.
Oh, thank you. And I just want to make sure everybody, before we get to Sandy's question, this compensation plan in the last 20 years that I've been in this industry, it is like kindergarten. If you're here for the first time, if this is your first company, you literally got married. This should be your love at first sight. If you don't succeed here, I promise you, you will not succeed anywhere else.
In network marketing, that is.
In network marketing, because you're gonna have to work at least 4 to 10 times harder.
Oh, God, no.
It's called a build out, to build out and structure. MLM is known, if you don't do it wrong, the company keeps all your money. The name of the game is how do you maximize, take the most out of the company for your time, your effort. David wants to pay you. How do I know? Because the way he structured the comp plan, he made it where he's giving you the money. You just gotta do the work, just like anything else. Any other comp plans, they're gonna make you jump through circles, hula hoops to get to their money, okay? Not over here. So I wanna tell you, whoever's watching this recording, this compensation plan, once you truly understand it and you experience it by building it out, you're gonna benefit forever on this. And if you don't have an upline, if you don't have a team, if you don't have support, you always have it here by these calls right here. Even if you don't have immediate support, you always can find answers and questions and support, okay? So Jenny, just reach out to me. Do not get frustrated. And frustration just means there's a breakage coming through. There's a breakthrough coming through, okay? So Sandy, what's your question?
Okay, Peter, this is gonna be a really easy question since you are our revered math whiz kid, okay?
Okay.
Would you be a sweetheart and just take a look at the numbers that Sheila posted? And I just need those to make better sense to me. What I was doing, I understand 330, 660. Then why isn't it 660, 1320? Where does the 990 come from? Like I just kept doubling.
It's not a double, honey. You're just adding 330 to each leg. It always
That's
has-
amazing. That's like such a huge difference. You're just adding 330, you're not doubling?
No.
No, what? What are we doing?
You're just adding 330 to each leg, but it's not 330 though. It's 660, 330, 990.
990, 320, 13 or 1320, 1320 and 1650. If you scroll.
No. Okay, so with this one, Sheila, just looking at the numbers. Okay, so the first cycling is 330, 660. That's 990. The next one you're doing is so you're doing another 330, but then you're just adding 330s to it, which is kind of off.
But that's how you get, that's those numbers that you need on the, if I'm gonna cycle 2 times, I need to have 990 points on one leg and 660 points on the other to get 2 cycles.
No,
Okay.
it's actually, no, it's 1320 on one leg and 660 on the other leg to get 2 cycles.
Yes,
So that's saying that you're doubling those numbers.
right.
Yes, you got to double each one. It's 660, 660, 660. Basically, the stronger leg always has to have the 660. The weaker
Right.
leg always has to have the 330. So this chart is kind of
Okay.
off.
Got it.
This
You
chart is
would,
off.
you would have to either
well
add
then-
3,
Go ahead,
Go
I'm
on.
sorry, Jen.
no, that's fine. Go on.
So you're not just adding 330 to each
No,
side,
that
you're
chart is
doubling
off,
each
Sheila.
side.
Yeah, you double it.
Okay,
Just think of everyone. 990, 990, 990, 990, 990, 990, 990, 990. I don't know how many times I need to say it. 990, 990. That's all you got to do. Okay. But whether the points come from one side or the other side, the computer will read it all out for you.
I don't know about that. I'm still stuck on this. I'm glad we.
Because you're only adding 330. You can't add 330 to 2 legs. It's 660 and 330. So you're just constantly, if you want to cycle twice it has to be 1320 and 660.
So it's.
If you want to cycle
Yeah, yeah.
660 and 330, you're adding 660s to the 660s, and you're adding the 330s to the 330s.
30.
Yeah, so that is off. So everything is
apologize.
I
double.
love you, Sheila. You know I do.
Thank
So-
you for bringing that up, Sandy. No,
Thank
I
you.
apologize
No,
for
no,
putting
no,
that
that's
in.
good. So
Because-
just know, double. One leg has to be bigger than the other leg by 2. That is the perfect ratio. 660, 330. My left leg, everyone. My left leg, my ratio is 8-to-1. My left leg is 8 times more stronger in volume than my right side. Does that make sense? So that's not good. That is not a good ratio. But I don't care, because the volume that I don't use to cycle, it carries over with me. So I don't lose anything. But a perfect tree is like a Marcy tree, 2-to-1. Okay? It's like, if you don't carry any volume over, you're constantly cycling, you're constantly maxing out. That's where you want to get to. Now, if you have a 3-to-1, 4-to-1 problem, meaning that your one leg is 4, 5, 10 times bigger than the other leg, hallelujah, who cares? You got a lot in your bank, okay? There's nothing wrong. You cannot hurt yourself. Why is one leg so much bigger than the other? Because you don't know who's building out the leg. The volume comes from people. So one of your leg might have more people, might have stronger people than the other leg. That's all that means, okay? So if you're unbalanced, then you can move back and forth. But remember, the structure is 6 and 2. You got to have 6 active, 3 on the left, 3 on the right, and you got to have 2 managers, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, to become a director. The director defines your structure, okay? So can you show the director a page, and that's it, and then we'll end this call?
The pathway to senior director, yeah?
Yeah, but then I want to show people the director look. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So there's the manager.
This is the manager. The next one, this is how you should look like by the time you fully maximize. You are the director. You got 3 silvers on the left and 3 silvers on the right, and 2 of them. One of them on the left is a manager. One on the right is a manager. This right here is the perfect structure that you got to get to. Then once you build out of here, Sheila, you can have 2 directors on one leg. Get it? It doesn't matter anymore. But you still have to have a manager on the left and a manager on the right. So that is the perfect structure.
Okay,
This is the signature.
is the, you caught me on the 2 directors on each side, or one
No,
side.
2 managers, 2 man. The 2 directors on each side is when you become a senior director, you
Yeah,
don't have to have a director on each side. You don't have to have a director on each side. You can have it both on the same side, and you can still be a senior director.
oh.
But
that
you still have to have a manager on each side. So
Right.
that's why you still got to build one, you know what I mean?
okay, because I really pushed myself to help my people become a director on each leg, because I was under the impression they had to be on one on each side to be a senior.
You can have 2 directors on each side, but you have to have a manager on opposite sides.
Okay,
You can have 2 directors on the same side, because you never know who those people that you're bringing in, what they're going to do. Get it? So the company is actually very generous for them to do that. Because remember, 2-to-1 ratio, Sheila, one leg is always going to be twice as powerful as the other. So you might have 2 directors on that leg that is pushing the volume.
that's what Kathleen's got going on her opposite leg from me is got Dr. Stacy and April Vaughn and these people that have this huge volume right in at that other side. So Kathleen, she's working really intensely on our side, on her other leg, to get those, moving.
Yeah. So I'm going to answer 2 more questions. Johnny, should I always have the strong leg outside toggled on? No. You got to tell the computer, do you want to go on the left field or the right build. Never put it on the strong leg build. You got to know where that person wants to go if you're not enrolling them. Get it? Okay, so if you have a strong left leg, then make sure that you're putting it on the right. So then every time someone comes in, they're going into your opposite side. So you don't have to worry about it or fix it. Okay, great question. Number 2, I thought you said put the people on the legs. Yes, Judy, you have 2 legs, a left leg and a right leg. So you figure out which leg they need to go to, Judy. Okay, that's it. Okay, thank you, Heidi. Your account go to school. Perfect. All right, so I think we can open up 1 more or 2 more questions. Okay, we might go overtime next week, Sheila. We're gonna finish this comp plan up because I think a lot of people are still not understanding in more hands detail. So this call and this recording, I hope gets a bigger picture. And next week, we're gonna show flyers and back office to match this week's call. So anybody has any last questions? 1 or 2 more? Thank you, Nikki.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So Peter, I am grateful for you being here, and Jan, thank you for being here, taking a break with us today. I wasn't sure if you were going to come in or just be packing away, but I'm so glad you were here with me today, my sweet friend. And
Johnny's arm and you just go ahead.
I want you guys to please, I know that we've got 80 people right now on this phone call. If we took away me, Peter, and Jan, that is 77 people. I am looking always for testimonials for our podcasts. Please give me a text or a phone call. I'm going to put my phone number in the chat because we share because we care. And that is how we can get our teams to grow and maximize the way Peter is now teaching us. All right. So thank you, everybody.
I'll be on with Laura in about 20 minutes. So I'm taking over. I'm taking over Laura. So I'll see you all in 20 minutes in the gym. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Peter.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you, everybody. Great job.